So when you look at Jacob, his house was a mess. His mother had favorites among her children. I said the boy's mama loved one son more than she loved the other son. So much to the point to where she helped Jacob deceive his own daddy. Taught him how to get over on his own dad. Taught him how to lie, how to deceive his own dad. Now Jacob's name means deceiver, trickster. Because according to the word of God, Jacob's mama, Rebekah, was pregnant with twins. And the Bible said that when Esau began to come out of his mother's womb, that Jacob grabbed Esau by the heel and tried to pull him back so he could come out first. Oh my God. What's going on when family members are trying to pull one another down rather than raising one another up? And because of that, they name him Jacob, which means heel holder, a supplanter, one who cheats, or a trickster. But again, when you begin to take a further look at Jacob, a lot of his ways he got from his mama. Tell your neighbor, this thing gonna get a little deep right here. Some of you talk about your children, but your children are just like you, if the truth be told. That girl got that whoring from you, mama. She learned it by watching man after man come up in there. But we learn how to fix things up. When Jacob deceived his daddy, his mama sent him to live with his uncle. But when Jacob got to where his uncle was just like him. And his uncle started deceiving him. I'm going to tell you, neighbor, there's some stuff running through some of our families. Tell them it ain't right. Tell your neighbor, there's some stuff going on in some houses, going on in some families that ain't right. There's some folk touching folk that shouldn't be touching folk. There's some creepy things going on, and folks are turning their blind eye to things that are just low down, dirty, and disgusting. But see, this thing needs to stop somewhere. Jacob begins to desire to marry a girl by the name of Rachel. Y'all gonna let me deal with it this morning? And he loved Rachel when he first saw Rachel. And he told Laban, he said, I'll work 7 years if you will give me that girl. Oh, Lord have mercy. Some of these brothers like, Pounds, I want to see Rachel. You ain't the only one. I need to lay my eyes on this woman, that this man will work 7 years to marry this woman. And so he worked 7 years in order to marry Rachel. But at the end of the 7, Laban pulls a trick on Jacob. And instead of giving him Rachel, Laban the trickster gives him old cockeyed Leah. He gives him somebody that he know he did not want. And now Jacob has a woman that he don't want. Oh my God, oh Lord have mercy. See, that's what's going on in houses. You got children up in houses, and you got folk that don't love each other, and they trying to make the marriage work for the sake of the children, but you ain't doing nothing but damaging in and messing up the children in the midst of all the chaos that's taking place. I'm just going to keep it real up in here. So he tells Laban, he said, I'll work another 7 years, but this time you got to give me Rachel. And so he worked 7 years, 14 years, and at the end he gives him Rachel. But that causes confusion because now you got two sisters that's in love with the same man, and now you got two folk that's blood kin that's competing over the same. Do you know folks still falling out in the church over folk? Folk getting a fussing and fighting over a man that don't love neither one of y'all desperate women. Both of you need to set your end down and pray more and stop running up to every man that gets saved talking about God showed me that you my husband. God need to show your end this altar. Falling out with your sister over a man that don't like neither one of you. So Jacob and Rachel and Leah are competing back and forth. One have a child, the other trying to have a child. One trying to make him love him, the other trying to make him love him more. See, in this mess, children are caught up. See, listen, that's what's bad about a dysfunctional family, because it's going to be the immature ones that's going to be hurt by the actions of those who should be mature. And so those who should watch out for the mature one because they childish. No, notice in chapter number 34, notice this now. Jacob only has one daughter by Leah, by the name of Dana. And in the midst of all this chaos taking place, the text reveals something in Genesis 34. The Bible says in Genesis 34:1, now Dana, the daughter of Leah, whom she had born to Jacob. Remember now, all this dysfunction is taking place within Jacob's house. Now watch what it produces. Now Dana, the daughter of Leah, whom she born to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. See, in the midst of all that chaos, here's Dana going somewhere she ain't got no business being. Here's Dana stepping out, looking for love in the wrong places. See, some of what drive our children out is not necessarily what's really pulling on them from the outside, but it's them running, trying to get out of what's happening on the inside. And so you got young folk growing up in houses, and the only thing they can say to themselves is, when I get 18, I'm getting up out of this mess. I'm getting up out of all of this hell. I'm getting up out of all of this confusion. I'm sick of all of this fighting. I'm sick of all of this yelling. I'm sick of hearing. And so Dana wanders into a foreign land. She's going to where the ungodly are gathering to see what's going on. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, the prince of the country, saw her, he took her and he lay with her and he violated her. She was in a place that she had no business being and got taken advantage of. man saw her, took her, and the Bible said that he violated Dana. He abused her. He took advantage of her. In her innocence, he got over on her. But you have to wonder, when all of this is happening with Dana, where is Jacob? Where is Daddy when she's wandering off? Where is Mama Leah? Your girl is going? Leah, Dana's going out to wander. Where is Leah's mind? How is it that Leah is so preoccupied that she don't even know what's happening with her own child? Some of you are so preoccupied with self, you are so preoccupied with your sin that you cannot even know what's happening right up under your nose. You are so selfish, you are so self-centered, so self-seeking that you do not realize that the enemy is up in your house and he is destroying, he is annihilating your seed, your offspring. Tap two folks if you ain't scared and just have them say, what's going on in your house? Look them right in their eyes when you have them tell you, say, what's going on up in your house?